So McDonald's has had a huge impact on pop culture. So we thought, you know what? Let's talk about McDonald's. What it used to be like, what it is like today, and those experiences in that. And no telling, maybe we'll go do a little McDonald's tomfoolery afterwards.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
So join us as we talk about McDonald's right after this.
Welcome to Whiskey Pop. I'm Zane.
I'm Jeff.
And today we're talking about McDonald's.
McDonald's, that's right. Yeah. So today is one of those days where you gotta love it. I'm loving it. So so McDonald's is a huge piece of American pop culture.
It is. And frankly, you deserve a break today.
You do too, at McDonald's.
At McDonald's.
I mean, between the slogans, the characters of McDonald's, the food of McDonald's,
the fact that it was supposed to be a place you wanted to go to and spend time with your friends and family.
That's right. And they've done so many things in even our own lifetime that's different than they do now.
But first comes the first things.
Oh, you mean like the whiskey?
Yeah, I think we need to partake as we talk about...
I think you're right.
The Golden Arches.
The Golden Arches.
Yeah, there we go.
So today we're going to have... Ardbeg and Oa.
Yeah, I put an unnecessary plural on there.
Ardbeg.
Ardbeg, for all those Scotch drinkers. If I had said Ardbegs, that'd piss them off. I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm excited for this one.
And I think this is a little gift box because normally Ardbeg doesn't come in this. It's got a little smoker in it. So you put little wood chips in there. You put this inside your grill and you can smoke your food.
This is the kind of small thing that makes... other things less amazing.
That's right.
Because this costs exactly the same for this collector tin as opposed to just getting the bottle by itself.
Yeah, so this whole bottle was the same price with all this as it normally is with just the bottle.
That's pretty fun.
So it's a really neat packaging. It looks like a barbecue kind of grill thing.
Like a stovepipe almost.
And inside is the bottle.
Yes.
Okay. Isn't that awesome? So, I mean, it's a neat little package. Whether you keep that in your cabinet of whiskey, maybe, maybe not. We're just going to set that over to the side. But today, this is the most important part.
I say we pour this up, we try this, and we tell the world how amazing it is.
Ardbeg and Noah today. Let's do this, right?
All right, let's do this.
So are you excited?
Dude, I can't quit smiling.
I feel like I just opened a fresh pair of car tires.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Oh, it's beautiful. I'm already getting like cramps in my cheeks from smiling.
It's because of how smoky it is. So this is known. This is from the Islay area of Scotland. So this is like the smokiest it gets, in a sense, when it comes to a Scotch.
Right.
Or one of the smokiest.
Yes.
There's tons of other Scotches that come from that area. So when it comes to peaty,
this is it. Now, before you taste it, there are different depths to the peat flavor.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It doesn't mean that it has to be so smoky you can't stand it. But you have to realize the earthen tones. This is supposed to take you back to your roots, and which I happen to have quite a bit of Scottish in my family history.
The smell of this, I feel like I'm in the roots.
I'm telling you straight up, I need to put a kilt on and flash the English right now.
All right, let's try this, okay?
This is amazing.
It's not bad. I like it.
Oh my God.
Wow, okay, so I feel like I just drank the charcoal grill out of my backyard.
Oh, it is so smooth.
Smooth, yes. Not spicy. I mean, the spice on this is light.
Okay, obviously the smoke...
I just had ham.
The smoke overwhelm flavor, it will dissipate, but you have to get about 2 sips in.
I don't know if I ate a beef jerky or a ham sandwich.
I can tell you what you had. You had history.
It's very smoky. There's a lot of beefy, ham, bacon. I mean, I feel like I just ate bacon. It's funny. There's a lot of levels of food in this whiskey.
On second pour, we'll really get into this.
Okay, on second pour, so if you wonder what second pour is where we delve even deeper into the whiskey we're trying today. Okay. Just like a Big Mac.
Yeah, good segue.
Ardbeg is like a Big Mac. I mean,
all right, now.
With layers of flavor.
As a team player, I'm going to talk about some McDonald's here.
You can't talk about McDonald's without talking about the obvious thing first, outside of the food, is McDonald's, Ronald McDonald and Friends.
Absolutely.
I mean, what would McDonald's be for you growing up as a child without Ronald?
It would mean nothing. I wouldn't have loyalty to it as a brand.
Would you be excited about going there?
No, because I all I'm thinking is if it was just today, I have other places to go spend my money. I can find comparable foods. I can find a window that's just as fast. This and that.
I think what he's saying is, look at it this way, we really feel like that McDonald's has kind of gotten to a level of lame sauce, right?
I'm not only saying that, I feel like McDonald's has forgotten their identity.
It's forgotten who McDonald's is.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a time when McDonald's reflected like this.
Ronald McDonald and Friends in Daydream.
If I had my way, I'd spend every day with Ronald and all of his friends.
Come on, let's have fun.
Ronald would give me a push. I'd look up in the sky, and Birdie'd say, "Hi, Dana," as she came flying by. We play tug of war. I'd give that old rope a tug. If Grimace falls down, I'd give him a hug. What a good time. What a great place.
Come on, everybody, let's go to McDonald's.
Wait for me. What a wonderful dream. It would be such fun to do.
Dana, we're going to McDonald's.
And sometimes happy dreams really come true.
It's a good time for the great days
Of McDonald's.
I mean, look at that. I mean, you don't see Ronald and his friends anymore.
Yeah, we don't see them anymore, and in fact, it's because of the, what would you call it, the health police?
Okay, so you know, it's just the same argument we've had with cereal, right? So they
It's
used to
the
say there's
same
too much
argument.
sugar in cereal, and there's too much fattening foods in McDonald's, right?
Yes.
But the problem being is, we didn't drive ourselves to McDonald's to get a Happy Meal.
No, you did, Mom, Dad.
Mom and Dad's did. We didn't go buy that cereal. We didn't have any money.
So because they felt guilty for their lack of
They
control.
took away the coolness of McDonald's.
They did. They got together and like, oh, I don't want my kids to have this food.
That's right.
So they're like, pretend like they had to be all pretend. They pretended that they
Somebody
had to
had
be
some
all.
whiskey today. Some good Ardbeg.
Oh, you get me sidetracked. Anyway, the mommies decided that that the McDonald's was an entrapment to their children.
I guess. I mean, and maybe that's what it is. But I mean, to me, if you watch some of those commercials and you watch, McDonald's was wholesome.
Look, I'm not being ridiculous, but I enjoyed the McDonald's commercials as a kid because they were in a fantasy world.
Yeah.
And I always kind of wanted to know what was behind that hill in the background.
What was it like living in Ronald McDonald land?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were so happy to, the hamburger would come in and try to rough stuff up, but what they always do, they ended up sharing with him.
They gave it to the hamburger, right?
Yeah.
He always still ended up with what he was trying to steal.
Yeah. So it was such a great place that even the robber was still part of the crew and loved.
And then you ended up with like the toys, and the Happy Meals.
Absolutely. And
They did promotional items like glasses,
which they don't do anymore.
which they don't do anymore.
But see, even with Happy Meals, they would take licensed materials like monster trucks from the Stomper collection,
Oh, yeah.
Legos. They would take.
Remember the Beanie Baby craze in the 90s?
They did everything.
They did the Beanie Baby craze in the 90s. People were lining up McDonald's just to get Beanie Baby Happy Meals. Remember? I mean, it's crazy.
So there was so much going on with the idea of it being a fun place, let alone it created a place to play as a kid.
Yeah.
Which,
the playgrounds, right?
The playgrounds were a fun place to go. To where I know it's marketing. I understand that. Hey, if the kids want to really go there and they bug mom and dad spend money there.
But you take them to Chuck E. Cheese. You take them to Showbiz. You take them to today. You take them today to the play places too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
How's that any different?
It's not any different. In fact, I would suggest that even those places, their food is probably more worse for you.
Yeah, and not as good. I mean, you gotta admit. I mean, as much as McDonald's gets kind of this rib about being not great food.
Yeah.
It really is. Can you name a fry that tastes better than a McDonald's fry?
Of course not. Of course not.
That's an argument you're just not gonna win.
No. And that's the thing. Within the realm of like what we're talking about, pop culture, the who or the DNA of what McDonald's was a place of safety, fun, and adventure.
And in a good little hamburger.
Yeah.
You know, or McNuggets.
Yeah.
I mean, we were raised in the 80s. That's when we saw the birth of the chicken McNugget.
Yeah. And if you're a fan of puppeteering, every McDonald's commercial
was a little puppet.
Was amazing. It was great.
You guys really get into your work.
I mean, think about it. Do you know of any pop culture restaurant that had an entire documentary written about it?
Oh,
like Super Size Me, right? Back in the 90s, it was such a big deal. It actually caused them to quit doing Super Size meals.
Which in itself is a tragedy.
I mean, it's just horrible. I mean, it's McDonald's. You know you're not getting into healthy food.
But okay, I know we're gonna do something goofy, but what about stuff like Mac Tonight?
Oh, you remember Mac Tonight like this?
It's a good time for a great taste. Dinner at McDonald's. It's Mac Tonight. Come on, make it Mac Tonight.
So, I mean, yeah, like, it's a moon-faced dude playing a piano, but you were telling me you remember...
Yeah, they had a player piano. It was a baby grand piano with that guy
in like
it was
a
at the
stuffed
store
version of it.
Yeah, and it took up real estate in the store.
Yeah, and played a song.
And played songs, repeated, went through a whole series of songs.
And I mean, so McDonald's really went out of their way always to do promotions. They always went out of their way to do something gimmicky and different. And I feel like today you go to McDonald's and it's just like this square box where you buy a burger. And I guess McDonald's finally decided we're not going to try to entertain people anymore. We're just going to sell them food. I'm like, that's a bad idea. Yeah, because there's lots of people doing that.
Because in the long run, now they're just competing against everybody else based on what the food is, as opposed to the experience.
And I would dare say McDonald's is more successful today mainly because of familiarity more than anything else.
Yeah, and I would also suggest that because of current situations with COVID and all that kind of stuff, that there's going to be a time when people are going to feel like they need the entertainment value with things that they're going to go do.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think pop culture is going to kind of have a resurgence in a bit once we kind of get through this whole pandemic thing. I think we're going to see people wanting to have more than the experience.
Yeah.
They don't want to just go out to eat. They want to go out to eat and be kind of entertained within that. Yeah. They want to have a little bit more. And I think that's going to happen. So McDonald's, if you're listening and you even run across this video at some point, you probably need to jump on that.
Yeah, you need to jump on it. You need to merchandise. You need to not become the clinic of fast food.
Yeah, clearly that's kind of what they've moved toward.
Yeah. So what are we going to do? I know there's got to be something goofy we're going to try to do with McDonald's.
You know, McDonald's has a secret menu just like all the other restaurants.
Okay, actually, I didn't realize they had a secret menu.
So, based on that secret menu, people are always trying to get to those things that they remember. So, like, you remember, like, the McDLT.
Oh, my gosh, the McD.
The McDLT. So, it's cold on one side, hot on the other.
Right.
So, they're trying to get to those things. Or, they have things that might be called, like, the McDonald's Surf and Turf.
Excuse me, Mr. Jack Black. Can you tell me about the Surf and Turf Deluxe?
Yeah, that's right. The Surf and Turf Deluxe. So, like, it's like a chicken and a McChicken and a McFlay.
It's a Big Mac and chicken nuggets and a filet all in one.
So, today, we are going to go to a McDonald's.
I had a feeling that was what was going to happen.
The plus side, though, is we get to hop in the whiskey bus.
And what happens on the whiskey bus?
Stays on the whiskey bus. Or... in the whiskey bus or on the whiskey bus or around the whiskey bus or...
How much Ardbegs can I take on the whiskey bus? Actually, if I'm not driving, legality-wise.
It's still kind of an open container.
But container laws. Damn it.
Still not responsible. So, but nothing says we can't have a little Ardbeg before we go to McDonald's. And I mean, I'm telling you, this probably would go good with a burger.
I say we do it.
So let's go do it. Let me go to McDonald's.
Yeah, and hey, be sure to join us on Second Pour.
That's right. So in the meantime, we'll be right back as we go to
Mickey D's.
Da 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 da.
I'm loving it.
I'm loving it too. Let's go. All right, so we're here, McDonald's, right?
Absolutely.
Mickey D's, man. So
Let's get this on.
So go inside, we'll get some secret menu items. Try them out.
It's gonna be fun.
It should be a blast. All right, let's do it.
All right, come on, guys. So what are we doing?
We're recording.
So we're gonna try some of these secret menu items from McDonald's. So
pretty
here we
stoked.
are in the whiskey bus.
Because what happens on the whiskey bus?
They're staying on the whiskey bus. We
That's
got the
right.
curtains closed too. We should have
yeah.
brought whiskey with us.
Well, to be clear, there is an open container law.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to not do that. So okay, so our first thing we're gonna make is the land, sea, and air burger.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, so that it requires. Hang on, let's take this one off.
All right. So it's a cheeseburger.
Yeah, sort of, right? And then you take,
That's a McDouble.
it is a McDouble.
Bullshit. Yes. A McChicken. And then... All right, so...
The land, air, and sea burger.
All right. By the way, the whiskey bus is immaculately beautiful.
Until we started this project.
I know.
All right, I'm gonna cut this in half so that way we can kind of both eat it. It is messy as hell.
Okay, now this is what? This is a secret menu item?
Secret menu item. So it's basically a fish fillet, a McChicken, and a McDouble together. But it's got a fish fillet shoved in the middle, a full fish fillet in the middle.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
That's pretty good.
If first taste means anything, yeah, that's actually really good.
I might eat this more often.
Okay, so we have this one. What's
That's
next?
pretty good. Are you ready for the next one already?
No, but tell me what you're making while I eat this one.
Okay, so the next one, right, is the #1 secret menu item
Okay.
at McDonald's. Before we make that, though, I need to clarify, this is a really big sandwich.
Okay. Clarify one more time.
This is a really big sandwich. We're gonna make the McGangbang. It's very much like the land, air, and sea burger, but you basically take a McDouble,
Okay.
make it a double, right? You
Oh
open
my
it
God.
up.
Yeah, I got
Here's
you.
the McDouble. Then put the whole sandwich inside.
What, with the bun?
Bun it all. Then you take the other half of the McDouble, minus the bun, right?
Okay.
And you put it on top.
My God.
And that, my friend, is the McGangbang. Let's
All
cut.
right, let's do it. Let's do
Let's
it.
cut this McGangbang.
Let's talk the McGamebang. Now, I'm going to tell you straight up. That last one I had, what was that one?
That was the land, air, and sea burger. So I had a chicken,
That one.
a fish fillet in it, and a McDouble.
That one's really good. Actually, it's really good.
All right, so I'm gonna try to open this up to someone open it up. There we go. So that's what it looks like. Fix that. Ready?
Yeah, okay. Oh my God.
That's a lot of food.
This is significantly larger. All
You gotta kind of squeeze it together.
right.
That is good. What do you think?
There's a reason why I like McDonald's.
I'm loving it.
Look, I'll be straight up. This isn't good for you.
Yeah, it sure tastes good.
But damn, why would this taste so good?
In the middle of a pandemic, right?
Yeah.
We've been dealing with so much really crappy year. This tastes pretty good when it coming into 2020.
It does. And the thing was, we're not fooling anybody. This is bullshit. It's what it is.
I don't know. It's pretty good bullshit.
But it tastes good. This isn't stupid. Like, it tastes good.
Yeah. So, hey, you know what? I dare you to get on the McDonald's.
Yeah.
We couldn't eat in the McDonald's today, so we had to eat in the whiskey bus.
It's because they closed off the eating section.
Closed off the eating section, so we're eating in the whiskey bus, which I'm sure we're going to have to detail David's vehicle after this. But regardless, regardless of that, go to McDonald's, order some secret menu items, and let us know down below what you think about it.
And look, trust us. It is good.
I'm loving it.
I'm loving it. You deserve a break today.
That's right. So you know what? Go to McDonald's, get you a nice little secret menu item. Hey, and comment down below. Let us know what you think about the McGangbang, the Land, Air, and Sea Burger. It just sounds wrong, right?
It's totally wrong.
Regardless of, hey, you guys continue to have a great week. We'll see you next week.
All right, man.
You never know what we're going to do next.
Cheers.
Later.